Welcome to Huntington, West Virginia and Jones C. Edwards Stadium, home to the thundering herd of Marshall and one of the toughest places to play in all of college football. What we have in store for you today, a clash between a couple of SEC teams that could have season-long ramifications. As we'll see, the Missouri Tigers taking on the fourth-ranked team of the land, the Marshall Thundering Herd. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Marshall will kick off to get the festivities started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Tigers' offense is on the field for the first time today. And here's the man they'll try to feed the football to no matter what the coverage looks like, Jesse.
He's their best player on offense, and I like the way this coaching staff moves him around and tries to create good matchups to take advantage of, David.
And that makes it so hard to defend. When a receiver lines up in the same spot every time, I can bring extra coverage. Man, use this guy all over the field as a weapon of mass destruction.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
He'll keep it himself. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Ooh, I like that option play. I'd keep running that too because it's obvious the defense right now is really keying in on this running back. That was a big point of emphasis for them all week long in practice, and it's opening up holes now for the quarterback to run.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Nine-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. Pulls it and fires to the left. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
On the move. Got room at the 35. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on.
Fires into traffic, picked off. Takes it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
The offense set for a first down play. He'll start this drive firing. They're setting up the screen. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. He'll come out throwing on first down. Makes the catch. It's Boston. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
He gets it past the chains, and it'll be a first down for Marshall.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Back to pass, it's Pennington. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
A third and long coming up here. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Makes the grab. It's Robinson. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. They were counting on making a few yards after the catch on third down. Instead, they're staring at fourth.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times you trust your guy. You throw it to him, and you say, I can make somebody miss or lower my shoulder and get to the sticks. The defense had none of that. Nice job tackling. Nice job forcing the fourth down.
Marshall back at it with another 1st and 10. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. This offense has a 2nd down play. Running back searching for a hole. Just trying to power it ahead. They pick up 5. Ball spotted at the 12.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th.
Now, 4th down.
This would likely be a chip shot for the field goal kicker, but they want the touchdown instead. They'll go for it on 4th down. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
That is a touchdown-saving tackle. Good individual effort defensively because that thing looked like it was 6, but he gets him down at the 1.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Hurd! The AT unit on the field. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard punt. From inside the 10, here he comes. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Unloads to the wideout. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Offense set on 1st down. Running to the left. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking for room, it's Roberts. Tackled at the 31. They'll give him 6 on the play.
He's brought down at the 31. 3rd down coming up.
Guys, it is Marshall carrying the lead into the quarter break. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Going in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. On the ground, going for the first down with the give to the tight end. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. Offense getting set for first down. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. This Marshall offense putting together a nice drive. Let's go! They go to the counter. Not a lot of daylight there. Let's give him 1 to the 14.
Brings up second down.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. Marshall looking for the score on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Thundering Herd. It's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hitting the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the move from inside his 5. Able to find an... Across the 25, he's brought down at the 26. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, it's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
The Tigers racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll try the run. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Here on third down. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. That's caught. It's Jones. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Quick strike complete. The defense wouldn't let him lose it, even though it's a completion. They lost yardage.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover. And you saw a great example of it with that running back.
Now facing a 3rd and long. To the air. It's Horn. Spits it out to the back. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
That makes the score Marshall 14, Missouri 3.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
And why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute throwing and running the football, Dave.
And how critical is it for this defense?
Looking for a deep man. He's got it on the left. Open runway ahead. Touchdown, Marshall! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
That is such a nice job by the receiver there in that trick play, acting like he's going to block and then getting downfield. He was wide open, thinking to himself, just don't drop this, just don't drop this. All he had to do was catch it and run it into the end zone.
Well, and I think people underestimate the timing of a flea flicker, right? When you got to hand the football off, get the toss back, and the quarterback now being sync with the receiver, and he catches it, you're right, and then gets into the end zone like he's supposed to for the big-time play.
Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, and now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This up.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Man, this defense has been so impressive to watch. Look at them. Get to the quarterback, get the sack. They play so fast. It's like they have 12 men on the field. Another good performance going down right now. Coming off of last week, putting a goose egg on the board against their last opponent.
Crosses the 30. He's got away. Oh, look out. There he goes. At the 20. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Robinson. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Marshall takes over the ball. The Thundering Herd offense coming out. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. Scanning the field, it's Pennington. Stands in and takes the hit. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. Bringing it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. That was not a great throw. Might even call it ungood. Tried to put some air under it and just made it too easy.
I don't think the quarterback had a lot of confidence in where he was going with that football, Reese. I mean, that's a ball that needed to get there so much sooner. You got to put a little bit more mustard on that throw, and just lobbing the ball down the field like that, I don't know. You're asking for an interception.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
Wide open downfield. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback.
Yeah, that's a really nice job by the cornerback. Being a good athlete, that's an out route. He breaks with the wide receiver. A lot of times you get those and maybe you might pick it and take it to the house. He couldn't get to it and catch it, but he puts his hand on it and swats the ball away. Nice job by the quarterback.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking to move it through the air. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've got a terrific atmosphere there today in Huntington. And you know, in a day where the spread option and air raid are the offenses of choice, how nice is it to see the 3 yards and a cloud of dust approach? Although we've also seen some runs go for a lot longer. Physical offensive lines coupled with great backs is like a throwback to the olden days, and that's refreshing.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He's going to pass. And the ball is picked off. Touchdown, Tiger. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
Really nice drive by this offense. This is a top 10 defense. This is a challenge. They're going to make everything difficult. So when you can make some plays against this defense, you got to absolutely take advantage, create some momentum for your squad. Nice drive by this offense.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Quick pass on the fly motion. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Kept it on the ground last time, bringing up a 2nd down. The hand to the running back. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Direct snap. Worked it down to the 22-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical. They wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Looking for a gap. It's Roberts. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. Marshall trying to make this red zone trip pay off. They'll run it. It's Boston. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. We've swapped sides of the field, and we are ready for the finish as the 4th quarter gets underway. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Touchdown, Herd! They move on top here in the 4th.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. This defense has kept them backed up. Now 1 more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Pressure coming. Gets away. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. Running it back, it's Chapman. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Tried to pound it on 1st down, now back to the line. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Utah is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Alex Smith, and they are right back in this. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Kansas State. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. They'll throw it on 1st down. Zings it complete to the right.
And I love working the slot receivers, and you see so much of that. It's about matchups, right? I can put a fast guy in that slot, maybe get him matched up on a linebacker or a safety. I like working those guys in those matchups. Favorable for the offense for sure.
Grab near the marker. It's Jones. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's got his man. Tackled immediately after the catch. The hurry up now. 2nd down. Clock ticking.
2nd down coming up.
Wants to throw. It's Horn. He'll take a shot. And it's caught for the late touchdown. So how about this? Maybe we are set up for a finish.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting back in the ball game. Now, we got a 1-possession game. We've got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
Just over 50 seconds to go. They're trying to pull off a comeback, and they'll need to get this onside kick to do it. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Marshall would love to just see that clock run out. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Ball at the 38, the defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. On the ground, going for the 1st down with the give to the tight end. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. Marshall back at it with another 1st and 10. Tosses to the quarterback. Fires deep toward the end zone. And he reels it in for a touchdown, and that just might seal it.
Man, do you have to love the timing, the sixth sense to call that play and know to be successful. Jesse, you're looking for big plays when you call trick plays, and a touchdown, that's exactly what you want.
Man, the quarterback was licking his chops too, Dave. When he got the ball back from the running back, he knew he had his guy wide open. At that point, you're just thinking, don't underthrow it too badly, and don't miss this guy. Just give him an opportunity, and the trick play pays off.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He's got an alley. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Missouri!
And that sure feels like too little, too late. This offense, they needed to score and execute faster, but there's not enough time to me, man. This feels like this one's over.
And the extra point is good, but that's just a little window dressing, and the game is over. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot.
Welcome to a great scene here. Excitement and energy flowing in the stadium as we get ready for this week's Game of the Week. We can only hope that it matches the hype. This is not your normal matchup. A battle of top 5 teams. 2 forces colliding here near the end of the season. Cannot wait for this one. Big playoff implications. As we'll see the number 9 team in the land, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 3rd-ranked team, the Marshall Thundering Herd. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. The Longhorns will kick this deep to get us going. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner is brought down. So Marshall's offense begins this game backed up. That was not a good return. And the focus, of course, on this quarterback, Kirk. This guy just has the it factor. He is him, as they say.
Well, Chris, we've had a chance to watch this guy closely all year. And I don't know if I've ever seen a kid throw the football like this guy. His awareness in and out of the pocket is special. He's a unique quarterback and a really dynamic player.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, there's that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer. You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers, and don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But, man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
He has first down yardage at the 46. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. Motion by the back, defense better adjust. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Here's a screen pass to the running back. And he never had a chance, tackled in the backfield.
The offensive line does everything they can to try to protect the quarterback, to give him enough time to find an open receiver, but there's nobody there downfield. He ends up throwing it to the back. But how about the speed of this defense? Now you're looking at a 3rd down.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. With the catch, it's Chapman. Brought down at the 40. That'll be a 1st down. A new set of downs after that completion.
That's exactly what you want to see here from this offense. A big 3rd down conversion. Offensive line did their job, giving the quarterback enough time. Great read, good execution, throws the ball accurately. Now you got some momentum going here on this opening drive.
7th play of the drive coming up. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the 1st. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down. Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. On the 10th play of this opening drive, it's 3rd and short. And it's the tight end trying to power for the 1st down. That's a good effort on the run, but the defense stops him just short of the marker. 4th down now. So on their first possession of the game, the offense stays on the field, and they'll go for it. Oh, they've stopped him short. What a 4th down play, and they will take over on downs now. The Longhorns offense takes the field. Our first chance to see them today. All right, Kirk, let's take a quick look at the impact players for today's game and how they're going to affect the outcome.
These are your leaders on the field and in the locker room. These are your go-to guys, not only when you need a play to be made, but also when you need somebody to rally your team.
Quick throw, testing the middle. Oh, it's incomplete. Almost a disastrous play here on the opening drive. It's going to bring up second down. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. They'll stop him behind the line. They don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback.
Got him for a sack. A big play made them one of the senior leaders of this defense.
That is outstanding defense to be able to leverage this quarterback. That is a tough thing to do. This guy's as fleet-footed as any quarterback in the country, and to be able to bring him down for a loss like that is a major accomplishment.
And the coverage team gets the return into the ground. Here comes Marshall's offense back out onto the field. The last possession, they were stopped on a fourth down try. Can they get something going here? Here's the first play of the drive. They're set up at the 43. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Looking to pass here on second down. That's reeled in. It's Robinson. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down, but instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Hands off to the left. Stock right there at the line. No gain.
That was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Well, the offense failed earlier in a 4th down attempt. They'll try it again here. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Catch hauled in here over the middle. First down, pickup tackled at the 45. Getting set for the second quarter here. Both offenses searching for a spark. They didn't do much in the first quarter at all. Getting set here now for the second period. Both offenses looking for some efficiency, for a spark after that opening quarter. So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. On the ground, it's Roberts. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is that offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
And he will be stuffed for no gain.
No gain on the play. Coming up, 4th down.
Can they keep this drive going? It's 4th down and 6. And the quarterback dropping back. He finds the running back for a 4th down catch. They bring him down, but not before he gains first down yardage. Offense sets up for play number 8 on this drive. Handoff to the back. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Direct snap to the back. And he's got it already past the first down marker. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
And that's the 2-minute warning now here in the first half. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Quarterback drops back. The sure hands. It's Payne. He's tackled, but down at the 9-yard line. Defense getting pushed around. The offense threatening now. First and goal. They're going to run it. And tackled there by the defense.
Hey, the real estate gets tight inside the 10-yard line. You love a play caller who has the ability to either run it or throw it, because that puts so much pressure on that defensive coordinator to know how to line up. It's not just a one-dimensional attack he's dealing with.
And he's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
Boy, when you're defending this offensive coordinator, you have to be ready for anything. This is not something I'd expect to see down in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Ball carrier wrapped up and brought down. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays before halftime. So they won't take a shot at the end zone. Out comes the field goal team trying to get 3 before the end of the half. And it sails right through the middle of the uprights. Solid kick. But hold on. There's a flag down. Can they take the points off the board to keep the drive going? Cannot make contact with a kicker like that. Costly special teams penalty gets the offense back on the field. This will likely be the last play of the half. He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Marshall. But they'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. PAT is good, so it's 7-0. First down here for this offense. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Running back has it on a screen now. And they bring him down. Blockers not much help on the screen there. He's short of the first down. Made the catch, but he was surrounded, Kirk. Not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
Well, they come out firing here to start this second half. They didn't make this completion, but I think it sends a clear message to this defense that the adjustments that this offense is going to make is that they're going to be aggressive and they're going to look for their one-on-one opportunities.
Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Here's a wide-open receiver, complete. Touchdown, Hurd. Will take the lead in the second half.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him.
So Marshall's offense takes the field again. They scored a touchdown on their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
They'll run this play from the pistol formation. And as we take a break to flip ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the current national rankings. One quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this third down. A pop pass on the jet sweep. They wrap him up after the completion, just short of the first down marker.
Picks up 6. Fourth down coming up.
The offense has been pretty efficient. They've made 2 out of 3 fourth down tries so far. They'll try it again here. He's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge fourth down stop. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. The offense with some pre-snap motion. Off the RPO, caught to the right. Second effort, their defense cannot stop him short of the marker.
Well, defending this guy, you need more than one defender. You really got to stress rallying to the football because this guy can make people miss.
Big opportunity for the offense to tie this game up in the fourth quarter. It's first and goal. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he makes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas. Well, no surprise from offense this good. Short field, quick touchdown.
Yeah, you get into the red zone, though, there's a tendency to want to get conservative. I love that the offensive coordinator and the quarterback kept attacking until they came away with 7 points.
Getting set to kick the ball off now. He's going to return it from near the goal line. Returner tackle right there. That's where they'll start the drive. Here comes Marshall's offense back out onto the field. Last time they gambled and lost. Went for it in 4th down in their territory and got stopped. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Now here's the toss play. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, that's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Now here comes the flea flicker. That's a bullet over the middle. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Touchdown, Thundering Herd. And they'll claim the 4th quarter lead. PAT is up and good. They lead by a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back.
Texas, 14.
They're returning from inside the 10-yard line. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. That's reeled in. It's Cook. Powers through a tackle. Play moves the ball to about the 45. That's good for a first down. Longhorns looking to crank up the tempo a bit.
I love how this quarterback is finding this slot receiver. Not only is he tough to handle, but it's what he's doing after the catch. He has such wiggle and quickness. He's tough to bring down, and you see more positive yards after the catch here.
Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch.
Well, we just continue to see this defense make great plays, especially with their tackling. And the awareness to understand we're in the 4th quarter, you're trying to keep this offense in bounds so they keep that clock moving.
And with nobody open, he chooses to just throw it away. Crucial play for both offense and defense. We'll see what we get here on 3rd and 4. Looking to pass. It's yours. Quick throw to the left side. He makes the grab. And that gain will pick up a first down and move the football to the 36. First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning now. Can this offense come away with a late comeback victory? Looking to chuck it again. Quick completion to the tight end.
But I thought we'd see this tight end all game long within this game plan, but that's just his second catch of the game. The defense has done a nice job of being able to recognize where he is and take him out of this plan.
Grab behind the line. It's Martin. And they get him down after the completion.
Man, give the defense a lot of credit. You're taking away the elite receiver. That primary target forces the quarterback to find a second or third option. He gets positive yards, but anytime you can take away the big play late in the game, it's going to help you be able to secure victory.
Down by 7. They've got to convert here for a chance to tie this game. And it's incomplete to end the drive. A turnover on downs here in the late stages of this game. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Handoff to the back. They'll keep the clock moving. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Finds an open target on the left side. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Third down play, looking for a fresh set of downs. They'll try to run for the first down. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. And at fourth down, they'll punt it away here. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. To throw, it's yours. Final minutes here, they'll throw it deep downfield. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Touchdown, Longhorns. No chance to catch him.
What a touchdown by this offense. They're down 1 now, an extra point away from tying this game up with under 2 minutes to go.
Extra point is up and good, and we're now tied here in the fourth quarter. Now they get set to kick it away. And it's fielded. Returner trying to create good field position here. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. So Marshall's offense takes the field again. How do you play this now? Do you call a conservative play and just wait for overtime, or try to make something happen and win in a regulation? First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
Smart decision here by the defensive coordinator to go with dime coverage, get more speed on the field, extra defensive backs, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football for this quarterback.
So second down after the incompletion. Here's the snap, looking to throw. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time, and now third down coming up.
Now that's going to bring up a critical third down here as we're late into this football game and a drive where they need points. This quarterback's got to take control of this huddle, make sure everybody's on the same page. You have multiple plays that you could go to, whether it's a run or a pass, but you've got to come up with a first down.
The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the third down pressure worked. Tie ball game late, and they're going for it on fourth down. Crucial play here. They go to the air. Looking for the wide out. It's complete. That's enough for a first down. They've got him, but he easily makes the first down, and this drive keeps going. And a timeout is called. They'll talk it over. Tied late here in the fourth quarter. Can the offense win it right here? Are we going to overtime? Oh, it's snapped to the back. He picks up 9, so just short of the first down, 2nd and 1.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Here's the second down play. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. And the defense gets him, but it's a first down. Shows you how dangerous he can be scrambling. Now a timeout is taken with just 5 seconds remaining.
Timeout, Marshall.
How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Desperation pass falls incomplete. Now we're headed to overtime. So tied up after regulation, we go to overtime. Remember, in college football, it's dueling possessions. In the second overtime, if we get there, you have to go for 2 points if you score a touchdown. And the third overtime, Kirk, just becomes a series of 2-point tries.
And I know that's your favorite. See if we can get to that third series of these overtimes. I love extra football, so I'm looking forward to this. Let's see who's going to win it.
First and 10 play coming up. Keeping it on the ground here. He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it.
I like that you trust your running back and you're still trying to run the football. But you got to be careful. You get into overtime, this defense is thinking not just stop this runner, but try to rip that ball out as well.
They go with a direct snap. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
They test the middle and get stuffed. That is just not open for business today.
Well, if you're going to run the football this close to the goal line, wouldn't you think you just turn it around and hand it to the tailback? Too many things can go wrong in this situation. I think they caught a break just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now they'll switch it up, looking to throw the ball here. Catch made on the out route. Tackled after the catch, but the ball moves to the 4-yard line.
Now the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Let's see what the call is on this critical 3rd and goal as he try to punch it in overtime. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And the defense swarms. He's going backwards. He'll lose 4 yards on the play.
How about this? The offense gets the ball to one of their playmakers out in space, but the defense, the athletic ability on that side of the ball does a good job of bringing him down short of the first down.
So this could be the decisive play. 4th and goal here in overtime. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket now. Trying for a pick 6 to win the game. That's it. Game over on the interception.
Oh, no. They may have just cost themselves the game with this interception. That's the last thing you can afford to do in overtime. Now it simply comes down to, can you stop your opponent from scoring or the game is over.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. It's a quick grab. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. Gives it to the back. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
And he's brought down at about the 3-yard line.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and it's a nice, solid game.
So now it's 3rd and short. If they can't make the first down, might have at least positioned the ball for a game-winning field goal attempt. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. And he's in there. Touchdown to win this game in overtime. Wow.